That I, when we forego, we are closer to Brahman. When we get attached to that I, the Brahman goes away. This, if understood in proper perspective, if this is understood in a proper degree, then this can be called as enlightenment. Such enlightened souls will get secret and sacred techniques at the right. Om. Namaste. Hope to find you all in blissfulness. Today we are going to touch upon very, very important consciousness. What is that? Long, long away, beyond that I. What does it indicate? Long, long away, beyond that I. It is because of Brahman, everything is happening. And it is because of that I, everything is happening and everything is not happening. And it is because of that I, everything is happening wrongly and everything is not at all happening. Everything is not happening also. And nothing is happening also. Is it or not? This is the reality. How? The Brahman or the ultimate reality is one. We have discussed several times. The Brahman is not two or more. It is a single and undivided whole. It is also indivisible and complete in its whole. Outside the Brahman or outside it, nothing exists. This is the truth. We know, every one of us know. Then, what is the discussion on this and why we have to go into discussion again and again on this? From another angle, let us open this seed and see whether it is mango or jackfruit or apple or some other fruits or all put together or nothing of it. We will explore it from a different angle. In fact, many of our WhatsApp group members, if they are ready, they have this knowledge, knowing with them. But if they are ready, they can share more knowing and more on Brahman itself. Because I know how much they share in our WhatsApp group. Each member throws matter of experiences in different angles. This is how a spiritually growing group can exist, continue to exist, and continue to become strong, irrespective of number of members it vouches for it. Okay? The Brahman or the ultimate reality is the peak point or the supreme degree of consciousness. That is the pure tip of the top of the peak. That is, the Brahman is so small like the tip of a needle. It is on the summit. It is on the peak. Because it is on the peak, it is so small. Many times we find Atma is so small, like an atom or less than an atom. If an individual's Atma can be less than an atom, then the Brahman itself must be and should be less than that. Is it or not? Sky is the limit. The knowledge can pour in multiples. This is one part. We will see the second part also. But we experience and reflect a much complex world of multiplicity through our senses. That means such a world is bigger and huge because we have blown it too big also. The material world is blown by us out of proportion. Such a world looks to be with us, but it is not so. Though the world is tangible, still it is unreal. The Maya throws a play to which we become blindfolded and understand it or misunderstand it to be of real. Through a simple mind, we could be duped to become victim by Maya. Ultimately, we only enjoy the tiny part of the world of Maya. For example, we have not seen our own city in full. We have not seen our own district in full. We have not understood our own state in full. We have not understood our own region in full. We have not understood our own neighbors in full. We have not understood our own nation or country in full. We have not understood our own neighboring countries in whole or part. But we are embarking on a world tour. This is the reality. Until you visit America, until you visit Switzerland, until you visit Sweden, until you visit Italy, until you visit Germany, until you visit Australia, you would not enjoy the goodness of that particular countries. So, the quantum of enjoyment through Maya of this world is very, very petty, very, very small, very, very tiny, very, very sundry. Listening to Maya or heeding to the Maya's world leads us to be mechanical in life. In a mechanical life, one can enjoy all kinds of comforts in life, alternate of one, alternate to that one, alternate to this one is available in a mechanical life. You can get a good house, get a good car, comfortable growing bank balance, comfortable property accumulation, power and authority at your fingertips, much more manpower and material power at your disposal, leading a royal life even for a small headache or small injury, seeking the help of dozens of people, dozens of experts and best of the medical facilities, good and higher education, paying exorbitant fees, high-tech living posing as clean ambience environment, vested with political powers or vested with any amount of comforts at demand at any given place. Yet there could be no peace of mind as our pull is not inside but outside. Bhagavan Sri Krishna cautions us, gives a hint that by going in a mechanical life or leading a life like machines will lead us to nowhere at all. Hence, we have to realize that this world is unreal and not a true friend of us, and it is not going to be with us all the time. This realization will lead us to a comfortable end journey. The Brahman is the ultimate reality and eternal and most invaluable, dependable, and a true friend for us in this world and apart from this world, at any space, at all times. Bhagavan Sri Krishna also says that we are not mere mechanical instruments. Of course, we are not mere mechanical instruments at all. But this realization has to come. Until it comes, we continue to pseudo progress as spiritual progress. Bhagavan Sri Krishna suggests a via media and a way out solution for this. A simple solution, not very difficult solution. That is, by practicing or performing sadhana, one can achieve the goal and completely get rid of the Maya. Though we are in the grips of Maya, we have discussed that the Brahman or the ultimate reality is the peak point or the supreme degree of consciousness, that is the pure tip of the top or peak, and all came from that small tip of the top and all came from that Brahman only. The super consciousness presents as the complete complex universe of multiplicity worlds which are real and eternal. A life with such magnitude of consciousness would be purely blissful. One who enjoys this blissful state or enters this arena of bliss would surely get rid of the Maya. Thus, one who has tasted this Amrutam is beyond the realm of I. That I, when we forego, we are closer to Brahman. When we get attached to that I, the Brahman goes away. It is like North Pole and the South Pole of a magnet. The individual and the I should be like North Pole and North Pole. The moment the individual becomes North Pole and South Pole attracting each other, the Brahman acts as North Pole and North Pole detracting from each other or going away from us, or we keep away from the Brahman. Understand? Little complex. But once or twice listening to this, we will have more understanding, we will have more knowledge, we will have more knowing about the Brahman. It does not mean that once the bliss has entered us or we encounter the Brahman, we are keeping ourselves away from the pain and pleasure. No, but that state is beyond the state of pain and pleasure. It is not that through the experience one derives transcendental identity, but it is a reality itself. This, if understood in proper perspective, if this is understood in a proper degree, then this can be called as enlightenment. Enlightenment from the Brahman or enlightenment with the Brahman. Thus the ultimate, the Brahman, is our highest good, and that is the most desirable and invaluable friend for us at all the times. So with a true Guru's grace and guidance, we are comfortably placed and become enlightened soul or enlightened souls. The enlightened souls are so versatile that he or she is much more capable of understanding metaphysical problems and or as well as solutions. Such enlightened souls will get secret and sacred techniques at the right time from the divinity and present it in a psycho-spiritual ways of workable solutions. Such souls undoubtedly travel and reach beyond that eye and eternally stays with Brahman as close friend. Let us understand this as a theory, this as a practical, this as a knowledge, this as a sacred idea, this as a seed, this as a growing plant, this as a completely grown fruiting plant, this as a fruit, this as fruits, this as the Brahman, and this as the ultimate reality. Om Sadguru Babaji Namaha. Om Sadguru Babaji Namaha. Om Sadguru Babaji Namaha.